things we take for granted. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
At Rasmussen University, we're giving you the green light to earn your nursing or healthcare degree from a national leader in healthcare education. We offer over 15 healthcare and nursing programs taught by industry experts. And at Rasmussen University, we're with you every step of the way, before and after graduation. It's your move. Get going at one of our 22 campuses or online at rasmussen.edu. At Rasmussen University, green means go.
Straight ahead, a house near Rhinelander was set on fire on purpose. We'll learn about a man arrested for arson.
Plus, the city of Wausau is seeking safer water. We'll hear about the plan to remove lead service lines.
And Wisconsin firefighters going beyond the call by rescuing the same person twice. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. Yesterday, a fire broke out at a house just west of Rhinelander. According to the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, the fire was started on purpose and they have a person in custody. Here's the fire at 5889 Highway 8 in the town of Crescent. A caller stated that there was flames 10 feet in the air. When first responders arrived yesterday afternoon, the house was fully engulfed. Oneida County Sheriff's Office deputies were able to determine that the fire was started intentionally.
And 34-year-old Chad Bambro is accused of starting that fire in Crescent yesterday. He was arrested on arson, damage of property by explosives, and recklessly endangering safety. Sheriff's deputies believes that he ingested illegal drugs, and that was a factor in the incident. Bambro appeared in court by video. A cash bond was set for $25,000. He is scheduled to be back in court on March 9th. Bambro has been found guilty of trespassing and theft in the past. The most common sources of lead in drinking water are because of lead pipes, faucets, and plumbing.
It's common in households that were made before 1986 and can result in major health problems or even death. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi went to the Wausau City Hall to speak with Mayor Katie Rosenberg about removing lead pipes. Mohammed?
Well, Dan and Jessica, it's estimated that there are around 8,000 lead service lines still in use in Wausau. The mayor told me one of her top priorities is replacing those as quickly as possible.
It's considered a neurotoxin, so you don't want to have that in your water.
Lead pipes have been an issue in Wausau way before Katie Rosenberg became the mayor, but she's trying to solve that problem.
And one of the struggles we have is when we are reconstructing a street in front of a residential or a business, it's usually residential where the struggle. We come to them and we say, hey, we have a lead service line here. We're replacing it on our city side that we own, but we think maybe you should replace the line going into your house. So, that costs a couple $1,000s.
There are currently about 8,000 lead service lines in use in Wausau. Funding through the DNR will help remove lead pipes in the city.
But if you find a lead lateral or a lead line on the city side and on the consumer side, it's about $10,000 from the road all the way up and replacing their meter too. So, that's not a small amount of money, but it's the right thing to do for our future, for our kids, for everyone.
Mayor Rosenberg says, while it may seem like a lot to deal with, other cities around Wisconsin were able to remove their lead pipes.
It's a struggle, but, these other cities, they've just kept at it. And that's what we got to keep doing. And we want to keep at it, and we also want to go faster at it.
The main goal is to provide as much people with safe water in the city of Wausau.
But it's one of our #1 jobs. And frankly, after the last year of going through the PFAS situation, it's really important that we get a grasp on what are the emerging contaminants, as well as getting rid of those old contaminants that we know a lot about. So, it's critical.
Reporting in Wausau, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Mohammed. Well, Jeff, it was one of those days with long lines at the car wash.
Oh, yeah, here we are the first weekend in March, and temperatures hit 40 today.
Wow.
It's so nice seeing the sun out, and it's warmer.
But hold on, there is more snow in the forecast as soon as Monday. But outside now, look outside, it's gorgeous out. There are some clouds, but again, temperatures hit 40 about an hour and a half ago. And we'll get the clouds to increase overnight tonight, and then tomorrow have a day similar to today, but more cloudy across our region with highs back up near 40. Right now, we've fallen back to 37 in Rhinelander, 35 for Leona, 34 for Mosinee, so it's comfortable out there. The average high is 33. All of us were above that today, and will be tomorrow and for Sunday. But then Monday, we got some stuff going on that's going to slow you down definitely throughout the afternoon. All right, so here we are outside now. Lots of clear skies today, but there is some stuff now in the atmosphere. The clouds are coming together, and there could be a flurry in the air tonight and also throughout the day tomorrow. Flurry and sprinkle. By the way, we're just missing a huge storm here hitting parts of Indiana into Michigan, but that's going that way. Our weather comes from the west generally, and this messiness here could give us a couple flurries tomorrow. That's not the main event. So our forecast tonight, though, we're talking about mostly cloudy skies, maybe a flurry with low temperatures down near 21. Your full forecast is coming up. Dan and Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. When a fire breaks out, every minute matters for firefighters.
And a new tool is making it possible for responders to suppress a fire with the pull of a pin. Newswatch 12's Nick Van Zyl joins us live from Nicolet College Fire Training Facility near Rhinelander with more. Nick.
Thanks, Dan and Jessica. In about 30 minutes, firefighters will test out a new fire suppression tool. It's the size of a handbag and easy to deploy. Like a grenade, it's a pull the pin and toss. It releases an aerosol spray that blankets the fire without removing oxygen for first responders. The Rhinelander Freemasons donated the unit to the Crescent Fire Department today. Them and other local agencies are on hand today to see the device in action. Behind me, firefighters are preparing the burn and learning how to use the potentially life-saving device. Reporting in Rhinelander, Nick Van Zyl, Newswatch 12.
Thank you, Nick. Congressman Tom Tiffany and Senator Ron Johnson have sent a letter to federal government department leaders requesting answers regarding the 4 road closures in Lac du Flambeau that are currently barricaded by the tribe. Congressman Tiffany and Senator Johnson are requesting the U.S. Secretary of Transportation and U.S. Secretary of Interior provide information and help quickly resolve that dispute. They're asking for copies of the appraisals for the 4 roads, the amount of funding administered to the tribe through the Tribal Transportation Program, and analysis of the legality of the tribe's barriers. The congressman and senator are requesting a detailed response from the DOT and DOI by Friday, March 10th, 2023.
University of Wisconsin system students could face a 5% tuition increase next year under a plan by the system's president. UW President Jay Rothman told the State Assembly's Universities Committee that he will ask the Board of Regents to approve the increase for the 2023-2024 academic year. If approved, the increase would mark the first time in a decade that tuition for in-state undergraduates has changed. Rothman estimated that the tuition increase would raise around $38 million annually, with most of it going to cover 4% system pay increases in each of the next 2 years. The 5% tuition increase would be the system-wide average increase for resident undergraduate tuition and fees.
Law enforcement are telling people to be on the lookout for an insurance scam that's circulating around central Wisconsin. The Marathon County Sheriff's Office says they've received multiple reports of individuals going door to door asking residents if they're interested in purchasing heart attack or stroke insurance. The individuals are also asking residents if they're home alone all day. At this time, sheriff's deputies do not know if there are any permits allowing for this activity. If you or anyone you know have been affected by this incident, please call the Marathon County Sheriff's Office.
An attorney for former President Donald Trump, who worked to overturn his loss in battleground Wisconsin, has been reappointed to a second term on a committee that advises judges on judicial conduct. Jim Troupas's reappointment to the panel was approved on a 4-3 vote by the Wisconsin Supreme Court, with all 3 liberal justices dissenting. Troupis' first term was slated to expire Tuesday. With the reappointment, he will remain on the committee until 2026. Troupis is a former Dane County Circuit Court judge who represented Trump in 2020 when he tried to overturn President Joe Biden's win in Wisconsin. Troupis also advised Republicans on their plan to have fake electors cast their ballots for Trump in Wisconsin, even though he had lost. An 8-year-old in Wisconsin is a medical miracle.
Firefighters in Green Bay helped save his life when he was just a newborn, and now they're back at it again, helping little Doug 8 years later.
Adrienne Broaddus has more on the first responders who went beyond the call of duty.
I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
The Beal family kitchen is a battleground for little Doug.
I need to throw Stella.
But his parents, Doug Sr. and Cammie, say playful moments like this almost didn't happen because their son was born at home premature.
He was about 5.5 weeks early.
His eyes were open, but he wasn't breathing. Chad had him in his hand, and he was carrying him downstairs.
That's Chad Bronkhorst.
It was intense.
Now a battalion chief for the Green Bay Metro Fire Department. These 3 were among the 6 firefighters and paramedics responding to the unresponsive newborn call 8 years ago.
You're doing a 2-finger for a while, and then you're doing a thumb for a while.
I'll never forget when he let out a little bit of a scream. We were high-fiving in the back of the truck.
I was like, this is hope.
They came to visit him in the hospital. They brought him a stuffed animal, which he still has.
They've kept in touch, attending birthday parties, trips to the fire station, and then this summer, when a mechanical pump that does what Doug's heart can't began to fail, they showed up.
Just, again, being right there for us.
So we were in the hospital at Milwaukee. They had put him on end-of-life care. And that's where the firemen were such a blessing because they had such a strong belief in him. They just knew this is a little fighter here, and he's going to make it, and he's going to be okay.
They started a Dollars for Doug fundraiser so he could open his own bank account, one of Doug's wishes.
It's tough.
Yeah, I cried. It was a punch in the gut, just because of the connection we had.
Him coming back from day one was a miracle. I was like, this miracle can't end.
Then, a surprise the firefighters weren't expecting. Dr. Adachi with Texas Children's Hospital in Houston took a chance by performing a life-saving surgery.
Little Doug is making a history of our, medical community. It's very rare, and he survived.
Well, if this is what happens, keep taking chances.
Now, Doug is changing the batteries on the machine that pumps his heart and making big life deposits.
He has paid us in ways that you can't put any dollar amount on.
Adrienne Broaddus, CNN, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
A touching story. Minnesota is restoring rights for convicted felons who serve their time. We'll explain how a new bill is allowing them to vote again.
And it's American Red Cross Month. We'll have a look at how they help people during disaster. That's After Weather with Jeff.
The ultimate sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Fill your room for as little as $21 a month, plus delivery in 3 days or less, and special financing for 5 years with no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Discover what's trending in the North Woods on Up North at 4 with Nate Myhawk and Jeff Weller. Local conversations about what it means to live, work, and play up north. Weekdays at 4.
Stay on top of breaking news and the biggest stories of the day with NBC News Daily. Get in-depth reporting from across the country and around the world. Tips to take care of your health and your wallet. And up-to-the-minute local news. NBC News Daily. Weekdays on NBC.
Carpet City. Uh-oh. Did your holiday hosting create a couple extra stains in your carpet? Or do you just need an update for your old flooring? Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and start your year off right with free carpet installation. That's right, free carpet installation. If money is a little tight, Carpet City Flooring Center can help make your project affordable with interest-free financing. Get your free carpet installation today.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
Hey, haven't I earned enough trust to watch my grandson for 2 hours?
Remember that time I sent you to Walmart with Mayan and you came back with everything on that list except her?
She wasn't on the list.
Doom Lopez versus Lopez tonight on NBC.
Yo.
You haven't had sex since you're divorced? That is not that big of a deal. How long you been divorced?
18 months.
Oh my God! All the batteries you've been wasting?
Grand Crew returns tonight on NBC.
The ultimate mattress sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save over $800 instantly on Beautyrest mattresses. Plus special financing for 5 years with no money down. All at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Furniture and Appliance Mart.
There you are. We made it. The first weekend in March is here. It's not going to feel like it with temperatures up in the 40s tomorrow and also on Sunday. But that big change gets in here on Monday and a big cool down next week as we have more winter-like temperatures on the way through much of next week. Right now, though, not so much. It's 37 in Rhinelander, a calm wind at the airport, and the dew point there at 21 over in Wausau. 35 for you, so sorry. Cloudy skies as well with that dew point there of 27. Around the horn, look at this. The average high is now 33. All of us were above that today, but basically highs in the upper 30s to low 40s. That's not normal, and we're going to melt more snow tomorrow and also on Sunday. To the west of us, where our weather typically comes from, there are some 40s out here, so that's our environment for tomorrow and also for Sunday. Some 50s staying across the south. They will stay there for now. We have a cool down coming through the end of next week. In fact, on paper, that looks like this. So 38 tomorrow, 41 for Sunday, and then look, we're going the other way. For those of you who want to break out the golf clubs, not going to happen, right? 36 for Monday, 35 for Tuesday, and then back below freezing for high temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, and a very active storm track once again. Speaking of storm tracks, so across central Wisconsin today, lots of sunshine, but the atmosphere is beginning to saturate, and there's some stuff going on here that could give us a couple sprinkles or flurries tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. That won't be a big deal. Then our next system gets in here on Monday, late Sunday into Monday. We're just missing a really big system here, though. This thing is causing all sorts of issues, including thunder snow, thunder sleet, thunderstorms to the east or southeast of us, but that is going that way. We're looking to the west, and over here, this is just now beginning to come together. This will become an area of low pressure. In fact, two of them. One comes at us Sunday night. The other comes at us later on Monday. Between the two, there's probably a pretty good snowfall in store for far northern parts of Wisconsin late Sunday into Monday. Let's walk you through it. So for tomorrow, here's 9 o'clock in the morning, lots of clouds around, maybe a sprinkle, not a big deal. Here's tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock, lots of clouds around, maybe a sprinkle, not a big deal. Here's Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, lots of clouds around, not a big deal. But here's Sunday evening, and we got to watch this system. So Sunday night into Monday, there is probably a pretty good snow system on the way. And speaking of snow, where we at so far right now, we're at 74.1 inches in Rhinelander. So compared to last year, we're ahead of that, and 2 years ago, and 3 years ago, but not that year, right? So overall, we could use some more snow, maybe, if you want that. But I think many of you are hoping spring is around the corner, right? So our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there. There could be a flurry. Low temperatures down near 21. For tomorrow, it's Saturday. Lots of clouds around. A couple flurries can't be ruled out. With high temperatures reaching for 40, we'll probably stop just short with a west breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows a pretty quiet weekend with temperatures near 40. There's that really good chance for snow late Sunday into Monday. Daniel?
Convicted felons who have done their time will soon be free to vote in Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz signed a bill today that will restore voting rights to more than 55,000 formerly incarcerated people. He says it's the largest expansion of voting rights in the state in half a century. It comes after years of legal challenges to the state's former law, which kept people from voting if they were on felony supervision or probation. The new law allowing ex-felons to vote goes into effect July 1st.
This March, the Red Cross of Wisconsin is honoring those who make its mission possible during the 80th annual American Red Cross Month celebration. It's a national tradition that began in 1943 when President Franklin D. Roosevelt issued the first Red Cross Month proclamation. The executive director of the North Central Chapter Red Cross says they're always there to help when times get tough.
Every day a disaster happens, whether it's big or small. The work of the Red Cross is helping bring that urgent relief to those who need it most and during the darkest days of their lives.
Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. It's vital for surgeries, cancer treatment, chronic illnesses, and traumatic injuries.
Every dollar, every blood donation, and every volunteer is helping to save lives. You never know when a disaster is going to strike, and you want those services to be there for you. And this really, our mission wouldn't be possible without the generous donors and volunteers that we have.
For more information on how you can help, visit redcross.org. A local library system is adding a program to give members internet access at home.
Plus, food vendors are gearing up for the Taste of Tomahawk event. We'll have a preview of that after the break.
Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe. As a lawyer, Kelly defended child sex predators who posed as ministers in order to prey on vulnerable young girls. They lured young children to locations they believed to be safe, only to sexually assault and molest them. And Dan Kelly defended those monsters. Do you want someone like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
Can you save water using a less than full dishwasher?
We do it every night.
Do it with Cascade Platinum Plus. One load of dishes in the sink uses 24 gallons of water, while a dishwasher uses less than full per cycle. So do it with Cascade, the surprising way to save water.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes, so it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And you know I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
It's so good. Makes it look like I have magical powers.
Magic Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs, and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
Winter Park in Minocqua will be hosting a full day of family fun with the Loopy Loppet Ski Race and the Beat the Bunny Kids Fun Ski this Saturday.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Change it up and choose Dutch Boy. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Get a gallon of Dutch Boy Platinum Plus interior paint for just $36.98 after rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Marathon County Public Library is announcing a new Wi-Fi hotspot lending program at all 9 of its locations. 2 Wi-Fi hotspots are available for checkout at each library branch. These mobile hotspots provide an internet connection in locations where a cellular signal is already available. Each hotspot can be checked out for a period of 2 weeks with the option to renew if no other persons have the device on hold. It's just a pilot program so far, so it will continue past this year if it's successful. A tasty tradition is returning to Tomahawk this weekend. Taste of Tomahawk will be held at the Inshallah Country Club tomorrow.
Matt Weaver tried to help out one of the local businesses that were preparing. Matt?
Well, Dan and Jessica, the Tomahawk Chamber hopes that for businesses up here, it's a chance to interact with their customers in a different way.
Well, I am just excited to be able to share their stories with everybody coming in.
The countdown's nearly over. Taste of Tomahawk 2023 will welcome food fanatics Saturday afternoon at Inshallah Country Club.
You don't really get out and have a chance to get back from behind that bar or that countertop. So it's quite a bit more interaction between the attendees and the vendors.
More than a dozen local businesses will dish out their best cuisine for the community.
That way people get to know our food, they taste it before they come in, and they say, oh, it's good, let's go try it out.
For business owners like Ignacio Fuentes from Nacho's Mexican Grill, it may be a chance to try something new.
I make something totally different. It'd be good. We had to say everybody loves it. We can keep putting it in the menu.
And while feet bustled around the kitchen, I had to see if my cooking skills were good enough to help. What goes into making a good quesadilla?
Well, the chef, you.
Well, no pressure there.
The tortilla and grab the cheese. How much cheese? You love cheese, so you know, of course you love it, right? Wisconsin, cheesehead. Remove it, because otherwise it will get burned. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
failed already.
No, you're good.
And the moment of truth. How'd I do? A+?
A+. Yes.
That's a little generous, but I'll take it nonetheless. And ready to go for Taste of Tomahawk 2023. Yeah, well, I think I just better stick to reporting. The event starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. and limited number of tickets are still available at the Triggs in Tomahawk.
Well, it looks like you had a fun time. That quesadilla looked good. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back after the break.
The ultimate sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Fill your room for as little as $21 a month, plus delivery in 3 days or less, and special financing for 5 years with no money down. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin, so now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees, because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The ultimate mattress sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save over $800 instantly on Beauty Rest mattresses. Plus special financing for 5 years with no money down. All at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Furniture and Appliance Mart.
All right, Jessica and Dan, here we are. Lots of clear skies out there for most of north central Wisconsin today, but the clouds are going to fill in tonight. There could be a flurry or a sprinkle overnight, but the bigger system gets in here on Monday. Temperatures, though, well above the average. We're melting some snow, lots of puddles out there. We'll do that again tomorrow and also for Sunday before some big changes getting here on Monday. In fact, here we go. Up near 40 tomorrow and Sunday, lots of clouds. Sunday night into Monday, we got to watch for a significant snow system across the Great Lakes into the Midwest.
How's it going to snow if the high is 36?
It'll be after the snow. It's going to rise.
The high is after. Okay.
Interesting. Thank you, Jeff. That's all the time we have.